Hello everybody, the name is Lembo Larry Jr. and I am here with Miss PONI. And this is the artist who I have been hoping to speak to ever since 2021 when she released two specific remixes on Monstercat, Barricade with Reaper, who I interviewed, and Play with Tokyo Machine, who I have yet to interview. I hope to God that happens, but PONI has had such an incredible journey on her hands, not to mention, not only opening for, will be closing for Grillz, that's pretty incredible on its own, but also closing for Rez. Congratulations on that.
Thank you.
Having such an incredible remix winner with Dev Crow with, I believe, Fallout in Sable Valley, and not to mention, how do I say this? Oh my god, this is kind of crazy. I mentioned Rez, but not only just closing for Rez, but having her recent EP released on Hypnovision. I think it's called HELLSCAPE?
Yep.
HELLSCAPE. I have to ask, first things first, that EP, that 3-track EP, how did that EP come to be? Because that seems to be like one of your biggest EPs so far. You're like one of your magnum opus so far in your career.
Honestly, I made those songs completely separate. Like, two of them are actually a few years old, and then Leeches I actually just made this year.
Mm-hmm.
Didn't picture them on an EP together. We sent them all to Hypnovision because I kind of saw them all on Hypnovision. They're all kind of like mid-tempo. Leaving You in the Dark is actually 150 BPM, so it's not really mid-tempo, but it has the same kind of vibe as the others. And they wanted to do an EP with all three songs, so I actually kind of went into a bit of a panic because I was like, how do I fit these three songs on an EP together when they were made completely separately? I never pictured them together. And so we submitted it, they responded in a couple days, they wanted to sign them. I was like, oh my god, awesome, but how do I fit them together? And I think in a week I came up with the concept, each told a really unfortunate story. Mm-hmm. And I was like, well, they kind of have that in common. What if there's this character or demon that kind of ties them together in a sense? So they're basically just unfortunate scenarios that are tied together by this demon character that I actually play in all of my social clips. So you kind of see
as
me
we saw.
Yeah. You see me in the crazy makeup or the wings or I'm kind of, it's symbolic, I guess.
Understood. And I'm just curious to know regarding is talking about the unfortunate scenarios of, even you mentioned the hopeless and the damned. It makes me wonder, is this gonna be are you gonna try and grow this story, or is this kind of just a simple 3-track EP, we have a theme and they'll just stay that way? I'm thinking there's gonna be more to this than what we may believe.
I don't really know. I feel like each EP, I've only done 2 EPs, but each have been its own thing. I've just kind of had an idea, built this, I don't know, thing around it. It's very, very separate. So I haven't really thought about expanding on this, but potentially it could be cool.
It would be amazing. Now I'm just curious to know as well, what made you want to go into this route and make this type of music and just basically start an artist's career right when you released your very first ever mix in 2020? Take your time.
Are you wondering what?
How PONI come to be? Because I feel it does it wasn't a spur of the moment type thing.
No. I mean, I've been going to shows for 10 years-ish now, and almost right away, I wanted to learn to produce music. Was super, super interested in it. I have really bad self-discipline, so for me to sit down and learn something is really hard.
Understood.
So it wasn't actually until I started dating my boyfriend 6-ish years ago. I guess a year into dating, he actually sat me down because he's a music producer as well, and he just started to teach me, and then I kind of branched off on my own from there because he is kind of more melodic, dubstep, trap, and then I kind of wanted to go more the heavy, lots of distortion kind of route, and then I started kind of getting more into the Rockotronic space. So yeah, I've kind of become my own thing, and I wanted to separate myself from him in a sense as well, like his style, because I didn't want to just be like, oh, like your boyfriend like taught you, or I was like, okay, like I want to be my own entity. So like even like we've done a couple of remixes together, and then we always want to work on music together, but I'm like, I feel like we shouldn't do too much together because I want to just make a name for myself and do my own thing.
Understood.
But yeah, he basically is the reason why I got into it, because he actually sat me down and taught me. So
that is amazing. Yeah. And to your partner who hopefully are still together, thank you so much for pretty much just showing PONI the ropes a bit, and then letting her just pretty much grow, spread her wings, and let people know what PONI can truly do, and what she is doing, what she has done is something to behold. I was gonna mention a few places where PONI has spread her wings and just left her mark on the industry. I would say in Welcome Records, thanks to Keizo with your work with you and Nicodemus, who I also interviewed as well with Syzygy. Am I saying it right?
Yeah, Syzygy.
With Syzygy, and of course remixing one of his songs in his album, which is with Sick Brain, I believe. What's it called? Moonlight?
Yeah. It
was Moonlight. And also got mentioned Camden Records, Volume 7 of All I Want for Christmas is Bass. And I have to mention Volume 8 is coming this Friday from Camden Records. I think it's already out now. I'm guessing it's coming out. Yeah, I think it's already out right now. Yeah. But you blessed Volume 7. And not to mention working with Space Yacht, Night in Hell. I have to ask this, because you said you were focusing on like some songs are mid-tempo, some songs are very deep, so they're very bass heavy. What made you say, you know what, I'm gonna do join this whole Reaper curated type compilation with Night in Hell and like do my own little drum and bass song? How did that come to be?
I just love drum and bass. I don't know. I kind of like, I'm not sticking to one genre. I kind of just make whatever I want to make. And I don't even think drum and bass was ever really like a forefront of the music that I listened to. And when I started making music, like I started with my Play remix, and it just kind of became a thing. So I was like, wow, this is just so much fun to make. And at the time, my manager Anthony, he was also managing Reaper, so we kind of just like Reaper curated that compilation, I guess. So I got to be on that. But yeah, I love drum and bass. I don't know. I have to be careful because like I don't want to do too much of it because I don't want to be a drum and bass artist. You know what I mean? So it's like I feel like I have to, like, even with this mid-tempo EP, it's like, well, I can't release too much more mid-tempo now because I don't just want to fall into the mid-tempo category. So I always
understood.
Like, want to
you want to keep that versatility of PONI.
Yeah, exactly. So like people like Keizo I really look up to because like he just kind of makes whatever he wants to make, and he's been one of my biggest inspirations. And it's probably the reason why I got more into like the Rockotronic space as well. So I just like, I want to keep it interesting. I feel like you're never gonna know what you get with me, so.
Understood. And I feel the versatility that shows within PONI is absolutely incredible because you're telling people and showing people that I don't have to just do this one thing. I can do so many types of genres here and there, which begs the question, what genre do you kind of want to try next? If you can choose.
I don't know. I'm kind of, a lot of the stuff I'm working on right now is like leaning a lot more into the Rockotronic stuff, like a lot more metal vocalists and, guitars, drums, like, I'm kind of just, that's kind of what you can expect from me next. I don't know. I'm still not like going to focus on one genre or the other, but a lot more Rockotronic heavy stuff is going to be coming.
Understood. So it might be some original work, some might be like, covers of sort of like, rock songs like maybe inspired you at the time that you really enjoyed. I'm curious to see if like, will there be any like, remixes of like some of the metal hardcore bands out there? Could there be some like, a remix from Yellow Card, a remix from My Chemical Romance, like those type of things? You never know, but please, like, don't answer that question. I'm just putting out there. Surprise us. Just surprise us.
I mean, official remixes, it would be a dream to remix people like My Chemical Romance and Bring Me the Horizon, but that's just like,
maybe Evanescence.
Yeah,
Bring You to Life.
That would be sick. But flips, like unofficial remixes, 100%. I played an emo night set recently at Meow Wolf in Denver. And when I was like looking for songs to play, like I was like scouring SoundCloud, and I was really struggling to find like good, well done remixes of a lot of like the top kind of emo songs, and I was like, I feel like there's a space that could be filled here. So I kind of want to start like flipping a bunch of, you know, the classics, and I don't know. I feel like they could do well on SoundCloud. So that might be a project for me in 2025.
Understood. I will say this: if you want, you know, get some inspiration about how to like really flip certain rock songs, like, you know, actually like, fill up that void of Rockotronic. I mean, I know it may not be to your musical taste, but I can mention this band here, the Sad Boys. They have been doing a bit of Rockotronic here and there. It's a lot more. Some of it is a bit more, you know, happier, heavy, but at the same time they definitely do not afraid to go hard. But they have found a way to really blend, like, you know, the rock and the tronic of certain songs. So I have to really shout them out and tell you know, just check them out, because some of their flips, some of their remixes they've done like unofficially are pretty darn incredible. It can maybe spark some inspiration.
Yeah.
I don't know. I'm just putting it out there.
Okay.
Just remember the name, the Sad Boys. They're absolutely killing it.
I know them. I've talked to them before. Yeah.
Okay. So we're starting something. Okay, that's awesome. Now I have to ask this question as well, because there's been a lot of accomplishments as well throughout your career. I feel like one of them that I have to mention, because you are a female and you are a DJ, like, you know, putting something out there in the whole world to witness. How did it feel to be blessed and noticed by a pretty amazing female duo, Krewella, when they played your Barricade remix at Ultra?
It was pretty sick, I'm not gonna lie. I don't know, it's always nice when an artist supports me, because I feel like I actually haven't really had that happen a lot. So when I saw that they played my Barricade remix, I was like, holy shit. And then that's kind of where my remix came from them. They wanted me to remix there.
For Drive Away.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
I thought that was going to do a little bit better than it did, but I think like the Krewella fan base, they weren't really, I saw some comments on Reddit, which is always a mistake. Don't go to Reddit and look at your music, but like mine was apparently like the least liked, because they thought that I took the vocal and made it darker and more like depressing, I guess, and I was like, but it's so cool. Well,
if you actually listen to the original of that song, it already has that bit, like, you know, like somber type feeling. Hello, tonight I want to get in my car and just drive away. I mean, do they say drive away where? It's like, I'm just gonna get in the car, I don't know where to go, I'm just gonna drive.
I guess like I changed some of the notes like of the vocal, so
right.
Like, I brought it down, and like I don't know, I guess some people just didn't like that.
Krewella
but I thought it was cool.
base.
It's actually one of my favorite songs to play out. It goes off pretty hard, so I'm like,
It does. I'm sorry, Crew. What are you guys doing, Crew? Come on, we got really welcome more of the female famous out there. It means there's certain different soundscapes, different type of sounds. Come on, we gotta do better. But
actually, like when I do a remix of a song,
mm-hmm.
I want to change it as much as I can. Like I remember, I think it was Barricade. I remember I remixed that, and I think I was the only remix that did a non-drum and bass remix of it. Yeah. And then I remember Reddit again. Reddit, don't go on Reddit. A lot of people were saying like they didn't like it. I don't know, because it wasn't drum and bass or whatever. And I'm just like, that's the whole point. Like it's a remix.
That's the whole point of a remix.
Different. Yeah.
It's a remix of the song, but like, but in your specific way, in your own version. That's what a remix is. That's the definition of a remix. Yeah. I mean, hello. I mean, let's be honest. I do love the boss fight remix of Barricade. That goes pretty hard. It was like drum and bass 2.0, but we gotta get some love to people like you who are also putting your hat in the ring. There's a reason why Monstercat brought you to the family and said, you know what, you did a great, amazing job with the play remix. Let's see how you do a Barricade. And it just opened more and more doors for you to really showcase your sound and what you can truly do. Hello, you blessed us with the Monstercat Halloween set at the time. How did that feel?
That was fun. Yeah, I don't know. It was just fun. I honestly miss that. Like when we used to do those live sets and record them, like it was so fun to watch what people did and how creative they were with their setups. And it was, I remember it being a lot of work, but yeah, it was fun. I kind of miss that.
hopefully we can continue doing that again. I'll make sure I let Monstercat know that we could definitely use some more, like, virtual sets like that, and really just like no really set structure, just play what you want to play. Let's see what just happens, and that I kind of do miss that, especially like during lockdown, during quarantine. Like, we had so many virtual sets out there, but it was a different vibe. Yeah. But the music was still there for us to really enjoy, and like keep our spirits up. And you advocate for that, and for that I tell you thank you so much for being that type of person to really bless us with that. Hello, I gotta get some other favor too, because thanks to her, it like led me to like learn more about you and your musicality. Sorry, like rest in peace your knees at the time, but you absolutely killed it.
The knees, I thought that was such a cute idea, and like at the end of my set, like I don't think my knees have ever hurt so much in my life. Like it was only half an hour, I think, and like.
And you were on knees for like a half hour.
Don't DJ on your knees. It hurts. You can see me at the end of the video. I'm just like, ah.
Like, but you still enjoyed it, right? It wasn't like I want it to be over.
No. It was fun. Obviously, it was fun. But yeah, knees wrecked.
And now I gotta give some love to Hypnovision, because recently after the EP, you did a bit of a little takeover, and I had to read each and every one of those questions and some of the answers you gave out. Not to mention, believe it or not, one of them came from me.
Oh yeah, is that?
When I asked about your favorite female producers slash DJs that either your favorites or have inspired you, what I want to do is just say one sentence about this certain artist, this female artist, and like what do you like about them, like that type of thing. It's like shout them out, the type of thing, because I'm just curious to know why you chose some of these people. So I'm gonna start off with like each artist, and you just give a sentence about them, why you love her so much. So let's start off with Hades. Go.
She's a big inspiration music-wise. I just love her sound. I don't know. She's
okay.
Awesome.
Grimes.
Love her vocals. They're very like ethereal, and I've definitely used her as inspo in some of my songs, like Conceptual Reality. That was definitely inspired by her.
Nice. Thank you so much, Grimes, for the inspiration of Conceptual Reality, one of my favorites from the EP as well. I do love Leeches as well. Don't worry. I do love my Leeches as well. Yeah. Speaking of which, Lucille Croft.
She's just so badass. I don't know. She's just so cool looking, and I love her sound again. I don't know. I've definitely used some of her songs as inspiration. So.
Oh yes, she is a badass. Whipped Cream.
Again, I don't know. I just used her songs as inspiration. She's just like, I don't know, just cool.
She's just cool. Oh, and P.S. If Whipped Cream, if you see this, love the song "Shouldn't" with Reaper. It's one of my absolute freaking favorites. Gigi McGree.
She's super cool. I love her vocal style. I love that she kind of just makes whatever she wants to make. I know that she's kind of entering more of like a punk rock kind of phase right now, and I'm totally here for it.
Definitely, and not to mention, I witnessed her live as well when she opened for Synchro Events. I'm wearing the merch right now. She absolutely killed it. Loved Saved by the Grave. Loved Miss You, and all the work she's done as well. Very versatile out there, and I'm just so honored and blessed to be a fan of your work, Gigi McGree. You are incredible. Godlands.
All of them are just such badass women. I don't know what else to say about them. They're just so cool.
They're just so cool. And Godlands, cool you are, and I'm so honored and blessed to have seen how much you have grown so far, especially when you were with Remke as well on their Surf Beach tour. You absolutely killed it on there. Thank you so much for your incredible work. Rossi!
I was going to say, I actually first heard of Godlands when she did her collab with Blank. I don't know if you remember that one.
Oh, yes.
That was when I first was starting to produce music. I used that song. Hellraiser.
Hellraiser.
Yeah. I have an old demo where you can hear how I used that song as inspo. It never came out, and I'm probably never going to do anything with it, but...
But please, just at least show it. I'm curious. Maybe there'll be some information in that little explanation of using the song Hellraiser. All I'm saying is that take it or leave it, but I feel like we would love to at least see some of that footage. It would really help us out. Anyway, Rossi Kate.
Rossi, she's just such a lovely person. Oh my god, I don't know. She radiates good vibes and love, and I just love that so much.
Definitely. And speaking of which, her sister, Pauline Hare.
Same.
Happy belated birthday, Pauline Hare.
Happy birthday. Same shit. They're just like, I don't know, they make me smile. They're just such good people. I love you guys.
Well, hey, their music, their voice, they make us all
yeah.
smile, especially me many a times. And finally, Jessica Osreed.
She is, I'm super thankful that she's had me on a couple of her shows. I don't know if I'm allowed to say an unannounced show. I don't know when this is going live.
I'm about to say, I do put it out as soon as I possibly can, but...
Oh wait, no, I did announce it. What am I talking about? Yeah, okay,
Yep.
So I'm opening for her again in Grand Rapids, February 1st.
February 1st.
I believe, yeah. So she's like, I don't know. She's super cool. I love what she's doing. She's such like an icon in dubstep, and like, I know that I remember seeing that she opened a studio in Mexico, I think.
Really?
I don't think I'm remembering that wrong. I remember seeing somewhere that she opened a studio, and I just thought that was so cool.
I gotta see it for myself, because, well, let's be honest. If that is true, Jessica Osreed, you are absolutely freaking incredible for blessing us with, like, a studio in a place that really, where you grew up in and you wanted to give something back to the community. I've seen that with even Memba, because they also have their own created type of studio in NYC, and that is absolutely amazing to witness. I gotta quickly see if she actually did that, but Jessica Osreed, you are incredible.
If I'm remembering that wrongly, please don't be mad at me, but like, I remember that it was from a long time ago. I remember seeing that.
A long time ago,
like,
okay.
A few years ago.
Okay, I then got like do some like scrolling to really see that. But again, I'm a huge fan of Jessica Osreed, but knowing if that's true makes me love her all the more. Jessica Osreed, you are absolutely incredible, an absolutely amazing legend. Thank you so much for all the work you do for the dubstep scene, for females out there. You are incredible. And to all the females that were mentioned out there, from Rossi to Pauline Hare to Hades to Godlands, you all are freaking incredible and opening the doors for so many other incredible female Gs out there. For like letting people know that that you guys can do this. You guys are blessing the scene, reminding the scene that girls, they are definitely running this industry, and more of them out there will most definitely dominate the scene. I'm not trying to say no. It's gonna be like us men as well. We're doing our thing too, but we gotta roll the red carpet for you guys out there, because you guys are absolutely destroying it. And I always end with this when I talk to female Ds out there and like mention their names. Stream Underplayed. Stream Underplayed. I'll never stop talking about Underplayed, because it's such a beautiful movie that like highlights some of the incredible Ds out there who are the top 5 female Ds out there out of 100 male people out there, and I feel like we need a lot more female DJs out there, like being highlighted as the top 100. So stream Underplayed, learn more about the industry regarding the female side. You might see a certain artist on the main cover, Rez, who was also like number 6, I believe, on the list, because she absolutely kills it, and she keeps on killing it over and over and over again. Hello, Hypnovision, HELLSCAPE, stream the EP. Just absolutely freaking incredible work. Stream the movie. Nothing else really be said except for this. We already know that February 1st, mark the date, she's going to be opening for Jessica Osreed. There might be a few, songs out there for, Rockotronic, Fill in the Void. Anything else coming for PONI?
I just need to hunker down and pump out some music. I'm really I consider myself a little slow at producing, mostly because I work a full-time job as well still, so it's a little hard to find the time to, it feels like I basically do 2 full-time jobs, and just trying to have a life as well. It's a lot,
Understood.
but I really, really want to have a big year for music in 2025 and a big year for shows, and I hope it will be my biggest year yet. So yeah.
Something tells me, with all the work you've done so far and the industry knowing the name of PONI, not to mention Bear Grillz knowing your name and putting you on this lineup, they're gonna know. The world is gonna know the power of PONI, and I can hardly wait to witness that revolution when 2025. Just know that I am here supporting you all the way, witnessing the rise of PONI, and I can hardly wait to see who knows when PONI will be the headliner of her own show, of her own little festival. That would be freaking incredible. PONI, thank you so much for all that you do, all the work you do for your music. Know that it is seen, it is heard, it is very much appreciated. Honored and blessed to be a fan of your work. Thank you so much. And thank you guys so much for watching and listening. And I gotta put it out right now. You say as your DJ doesn't know what you're doing, you are doing something absolutely freaking incredible. I'm sorry. I don't like the self-doubt, okay? Because PONI, what you are doing, I feel like you definitely know what you is doing. You may not know exactly the whole plan and everything, but trust me, what you're doing, what you're creating is something to behold, and I feel like you're going to be all right. You are going to be all right. Yeah. Just keep on doing what you're doing and just being yourself and being versatile in your music. You cannot go wrong. You can never go wrong. I
don't know about that.
Believe me, that's what got you to where you are right now, and that's what made me such a huge fan of your work ever since 2020, 2021, and I just never stopped there, and no one else is going to be stopping there. We will understand the power of PONI. Thank you guys so much for watching and listening. This is Leveler Jr., the legendary PONI, signing out. Love you guys so much. Peace.